Good morning, BookTube. For some reason, everything is blurry this morning. I can't get my eyes focused. Anyway, I'm gonna make a video this morning. I think it's these glasses. Anyway, I'm gonna make a video this morning because I have an apology to make. Well, first of all, it is October the 25th. 2023 is 8:26 in the morning. It's a Wednesday. My wife just left to have breakfast with a group of old friends and she'll be gone for a while, and so I'm going to make this video. I was going to make a video showing used books I bought recently and new books, but this is an apology. When I make a video, I always go and check see what comments. I don't get that many comments, but I try to respond to all my comments. Well, apparently, as I've mentioned over the years in making videos, comments have been show up that were posted a long time ago. And so what I've been doing, and this is where I apologize, is that if I've been seeing comments made 3 years ago. And so my assumption has always been, well, those comments are old and people don't expect any kind of response from comments made 3 years ago. So what I've been doing to clear out all those 3-year-old comments made 3 years ago is just to click a thumbs or a heart. But yesterday, I've been trying to clear out all those 3 comments made 3 years ago. So, but yesterday I was sitting there and I thought, well, maybe I'll just respond to old comments, and not really thinking that the people who made them 3 years ago would even be around anymore or even be aware that I responded to their old comments. Well, I responded to an old comment, and the person asked me if I would show my books on Eastern Orthodox spirituality and my merchandise from the Death of the World website. The Death of the World is run by a group of Eastern Orthodox monks on the West Coast, and they put out they put out Eastern Orthodox literature. And they also put out t-shirts and hoodies. And you've seen them over the years, these Death to the World merchandise. So I told, when I responded to the comment, it was made 3 years ago, I didn't expect that person to even get the comment, my response to, but so I got a comment back last night saying they wanted to see my Death to the World merchandise, my t-shirts and hoodies, and also books I would recommend on Eastern Orthodox spirituality. Now I know that not everybody out there who watches my videos is into those kinds of things, but I wanted to first of all apologize. From now on, if I see an old comment made 3 years ago, I will respond to it verbally. I will respond to it. I won't just click on the heart or a thumbs up. I promise I will respond to every single comment, no matter how old it is. And I apologize if I've offended anybody or hurt anybody's feelings. I did not realize that a comment made 3 years ago, that there are people out there still waiting for me to respond to their comment. I didn't mean to take that lightly. Like I've said over the years, I try to respond to all comments with intelligence, with truthfulness, and with kindness, and with understanding, and to be real, to speak from my heart. And so I apologize if I've neglected your comment or have taken it lightly. That was never my intention. I just didn't realize that a comet may. I think I've been on BookTube for 7 years, so there must be a time period when YouTube takes off comments made 5-6 years ago, but I'm not really sure. But anyway, this tape's going on 5 minutes, this video, so let's get to it. I'm not going to show the books I'm reading. I will show you my diary this morning. I've already done 1 page already of my 2023 diary, paper diary. And I will be starting on, no, I already started. See, I knew this was going to happen. I knew if I reached over, I'd knock this thing over. I already started another page. And this one is page 943 for the year 2023. Yeah, we're coming to the end. This is the 10th month. We're going into the 11th month next week. So anyway, what I will do first of all is I will show you the merchandise. Now, I got into Death of the World merchandise through our son. We have 2 sons. Our oldest son lives down the street, Caleb. And our second son, we have 3 children, Caleb, Josiah, and Bethany. Josiah, he is into Eastern Orthodoxy. He doesn't practice it. He goes to a Christian Reformed church, but he's into Eastern Orthodox. He was and is into Eastern Orthodoxy. And many years ago, he turned me on to Death of the World. And I really liked their t-shirts and hoodies because, as you all know, I, as a Christian, we are to die to the world and seek heaven, seek those things, that the eternal realities, that this life here on this earth is temporal, that we're to die to this world and live unto God. So I really agree with that. And so I started buying their merchandise because I just liked it. So I'm just going to show you what I have. I have a multiplicity of a lot of things, but I'll just show these things for the sake of my friend out there. I got this, I used to wear this in videos. It's kind of like a hoodie kind of thing. I like hoodies and I like t-shirts, but this one is a hoodie. It has a monk on it. It has on the hood, it has death to the world. So I have that. That's more of a, and then I have this. These are the hoodies. I have 3 of these. It has death to the world on it. And then it has the monk on it. I have 3 of these. And then I have this shirt. It's a long sleeve shirt. Death to the world. It has a little skull in the back. I wear this in the fall and the winter when it's cold. And then I have another long sleeve t-shirt, Death to the World. And on the sleeves it has Death to the World. And then I have another long sleeve t-shirt, Death to the World. And then I have like a t-shirt of a monk. This is Saffron Rose, who was a very prominent Eastern Orthodox monk on the West Coast. He died a number of years ago, but this is Death to the World. That's Saffron Rose. And then I have this one here, Death to the World. It's a person looking into a coffin. of, it says, death to the world, know thyself. And what that means is that when you look into a coffin and you look into how life is very temporal, that we're here just for a moment and then we're in eternity. This is death to the world. Some of these are not very common. This is death to the world. This is, it has on the cover, it has, here am I, Anthony, I flee. This is Anthony said with a shout. Here am I, Anthony, I flee not from your stripes. For even you inflict more, nothing shall separate me from the love of Christ. Nothing shall separate me from the love of Christ, even in spiritual warfare. So then I have this. I have more of these. I have more of this T-shirt than anybody. It says, "Death to the world. The world is the general name for all passions. When we wish to call the passions by a common name, we call them the world. But when we wish to distinguish them by their special names, we call them passions. The passions are the following: love of riches, desire for possessions, bodily pleasure from which comes sexual passion, love of honor which gives rise to envy, lust for power, arrogance, and pride of position, the craving to adorn oneself with luxurious clothes and vain ornaments, the itch for human glory, which is a source of rancor and resentment and physical fear. Where these passions cease to be active, there the world is dead. Someone has said of the saints that while alive they were dead, for though living in the flesh, they did not live for the flesh. See for which of these passions you are alive. Then you will know how far you are alive to the world and how far you are dead to it." Saint Isaac the Syrian. And then I have, like I said, I have another one of these. This is Death to the World. It says, anyway, so that's that's what I have. It has on the back the same kind of what I just read. So that's the merchandise. So yeah, I check Death to the World site and see the Nero Peril, and I buy T-shirts because I don't think I've bought any clothes in years except maybe jeans. I don't like clothes. I tend to wear old clothes, but I like Death to the World because I agree. Like I said, I'm seeking to die to the world. Now I have these books. As far as Eastern Orthodox spirituality in my study, Path to Salvation, a Manual of Spiritual Transformation by Saint Theophan the Recluse. I keep these in my study. I've shown these in the past. I keep Gregory the Great on the Song of Solomon, translation and introduction by Mark DelCogliano. These I keep in my study. Orthodox Spirituality, a Practical Guide for the Faithful and Definitive Manual for the Scholar by, I can't pronounce his name, but he is, I think he is, I think he's Ukrainian or Romanian, Eastern Orthodox theologian. And then I have Orthodox Psychotherapy, a Science of the Fathers by Metropolitan of I can't pronounce his name. But I keep this. This is one of my, these are my favorites I keep in my study, but these are other ones in Eastern Orthodox spirituality. I've shown you this series, the Classics of Western Spirituality, Maximus the Confessor, Selected Writings. He's an Eastern Orthodox saint. And then you have Gregory of Panamos, the Triads, this Eastern Orthodox spirituality. And then this book, Spirituality of the Christian East by Tomasz Spynek. And then this book, Prayer, Spirituality, Eastern East, Volume 2 by Tomasz Spynek. Now, I bought the Philokalia, which is the primary text of Eastern Orthodoxy. I've shown the Philokalia. I bought these when I was doing my ministerial internship about 37 years ago in Houston, Texas. I bought these. This is for the Philokalia, Volume 1, the complete text. And then you have Volume 2, the Philokalia, the complete text, St. Nicomas, the Holy Mountain, and St. Marcus, the Corinth, Volume 2, translated from the Greek and edited by G.E.H. Palmer and Philip Showard and Calcus Ward. This is really important. The Philokalia is the primary text of the Eastern Orthodox. This is Volume 3, the complete text. And then you have Volume 4, the Philokalia, the complete text, complied by St. Nicholas the Holy Mountain and St. Marcus of Corinth. The Philokalia is really important. Yeah, I've been reading these for almost 38 years. I get them out every once in a while and read them. And then you have these books, For the Life of the World, Sacraments and Orthodoxy by Alexander Schulman. This is a book I just read. I showed you this a couple of months ago. Platonism, Mystical Theology, the Spirituality of Doctrine of St. Gregory of Nyssa. This is really a good thing to know about Eastern Orthodox spirituality. And then Gregory of Nyssa, the Song of Songs, translated by Casimir McCambly. So these are the Eastern Orthodox spirituality books I recommend. Of course, the best thing if you want to know about Eastern Orthodox spirituality is go to your local Eastern Orthodox church. We have here in Holland, we have one not far from where I live. There's an Eastern Orthodox church, and there's one in Grand Rapids. But these are the books that I would recommend. Like I said, I keep these in my study. The Path of Salvation, a Manual for Spiritual Transformation by St. Recluse, Gregory the Great and the Song of Songs, and then Orthodox Spirituality, a Practical Guide for the Faithful and Definitive Manual for the Scholar by Dumitru Standoff. And then this book, I read off and on sections of it. Orthodox Psychotherapy, the Science of the Fathers, Metropolitan, I can't pronounce his name, and it's translated by Esther Williams. But the best thing is to read the Philokalia, because this the Philokalia is a collection of texts written between the 4th and 15th centuries by spiritual masters of the Orthodox Christian tradition, first published in Greek in 1782, translated into the Slavic and later into Russian. The Philokalia has exercised an influence far greater than any of the book, rather than the Bible, in the recent history of the Orthodox Church. Then he quotes here This excellent English translation, which takes into account the latest scholarly research into the original works, represents a major gift from the wise men of the East. The fluency of the literary style of this translation, the practical understanding of which these writings reveal for the spiritual predicaments facing each Christian in every generation, brings the book well within the range of the ordinary reader who seeks spiritual counsel. The complete Philokalia covers the period from the 4th to the 15th century. Volume 1 takes us up to the 8th century, and thus the common heritage of the Orthodox and the Catholics. And then I have a separate volume downstairs. I forgot to bring it up. I had the Philokalia on prayer. I don't know why it's here. I must have left it down there. But there's a separate volume where they take selections from the Philokalia just on prayer. And then you have volume 2 and volume 3 and then volume 4. So I recommend, if you're going to read anything about Eastern Orthodox spirituality, read the Philokalia. Get it. It's always available. It's not hard to find. So this video is for my friend out there. I'm sorry it took me 3 years to respond to your comment. This is my Death to the World merchandise, my t-shirts, my hoodies. These are the books on Eastern Orthodox spirituality I recommend. And above all, as I say to everybody, read the Bible. Read the scriptures every day and pray to the Lord Jesus Christ. This is the book of wisdom. Jesus Christ is the wisdom incarnated, the wisdom of God. And read the Psalms every day. Pray the Psalms, sing the Psalms. Anyway, this thing's getting on. It's going to shut down any minute. I hope you're having a good day. This is a Wednesday. And yeah, I got to close because this is going to shut down any minute. So thank you for the comments. From now on, I promise I'll respond to every single comment, no matter how old it is. Until the next time, bye.